Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Today we'll see planning, very important topic for every business related students whether commerce or management. What is this planning? We learned general principles of management. Out of all the principles of management, planning is the first process, first principle. After planning, it comes later coordinating, organizing, directing, staffing. So everything comes later, but planning is the first process. Who has to do the planning? Always quite experienced and also who's having good knowledge and who can implement the policies, who have been in the same field for the past many years. These people, expertise people, can go for the planning, others cannot. So we'll see what is planning, what we can do, and what we can learn about this planning. First thing is that simple, remember, planning is a decision in advance. Future what we are going to do, for that we are taking decision in advance. What kind of decision we are going to do? What to do, when to do, where to do, what is the decision to be taken, how to implement the policy, all these things, decisions we are going to take in advance. Underline this point, in advance. That's what we call it as a planning. Now you can say that it's planning. Planning is a process which involves taking before doing. This involves before taking any doing. I want to do something tomorrow or next month. For that, planning is required. After 1 year, I want to implement so and so. I want to extend my organization. Planning. How do you want to extend it? Where do you want to start your organization? And how much capital is required? What is the right location? Which kind of business you want to do? Everything is planning. That's what planning. Now we'll see today first nature and characteristics of planning. Then after that, reasons why to go for planning and characteristics of a good planning. If you understand this, these two are related to this only. Now let's talk about nature or characteristics of planning. First thing, future oriented. Planning is future oriented. Its nature. Future oriented. Tomorrow I want to do something. Next year I want to do. Next month I want to do. Future, what you wanted to, how you wanted to implement it, that is related to the planning. Planning, we do it for future oriented. Future is uncertain. What to do, when to do, where to do, that kind of decisions related to the future we'll be discussing in the planning. And also it's an intellectual process. No one can simply get into the planning process. As I told you, only expertised people who have good knowledge in that area, only they can enter into the planning. Planning is mental process. Physically we do lots of things, but mentally you must be fit, you must have knowledge related to that topic, then only we can go for the planning. So that is why we say it as a intellectual process. I'll take another marker. It is future oriented and it's an intellectual process. Next, planning is goal oriented. Simply we don't do planning. Planning is related to the future, goal oriented. I have some ambition. I want to achieve something for my organization. For that, what to do? Planning is required. Planning is related to the goal. This is my goal. Now, how to proceed? So that is why we say it as a planning is always goal oriented. In the same way, focus on objects. What to do? What is your ambition? What you wanted to achieve? You are focusing. Planning is mainly, it is going to focus on the objects. What are the company objects? Company objects are, suppose say 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 objects are there. So these 4 objects we consider, we keep it in our mind, and then we go for planning to fulfill these objects. 4 objects I want to fulfill, then I'll go for planning. Next thing, leads to efficiency and economy. We have some sources, limited sources, maybe labor, material, and also how to spend it, finance, capital. So these are the limited sources. These limited sources we wanted to utilize it to the maximum level. That is, we say it as leads to efficiency and economy. Labor, material, money. These 3 things efficiently we wanted to use it. Efficiently we want to use it, and also we consider the economy. Utilize it in a proper way so that we get the good result. In the same way, limiting factors. When we go for planning, we have to consider few limitations. What are the limitations? Means you can say money, material, manpower, market. 4 M's we learned already. These 4 M's we have to consider. So considering all these things, then we go for planning. For example, money. We have so and so money. Say 10 lakh we are having. So according to 10 lakh, I have to go for planning. The planning should be in such a way that within 8 lakh or 9 lakh, I want to complete my work. Extra margin 2 lakh, I am keeping it. In that way, planning. In the same way, material also, how much material is required, when to buy it. Excess material we don't want to keep, isn't it? So, in that way, material, manpower also, how much is required. Best manpower, you go for recruitment and utilize them properly. Like all these things, limiting factors, we consider it and then we have to go for planning. Next, coordination. Planning is always related with the coordination. Coordination with what? Coordination with the employees, coordination with the departments, coordination with the branches, coordination between the higher top level management, middle level management, and then lower level management. Like there should be a proper coordination. If coordination is not there, planning is good, no use. So that is why we have to consider the coordination also along with the planning. And next, flexibility. Every planning must be flexible. It shouldn't be rigid. I prepared some planning, I'll go accordingly. Look at the situation. Look at the situation, look at the environment, look at the marketing changes, look at the situational changes, technological changes you consider. Then you have to make some kind of flexibility. So the planning what you prepared, it should be flexible. You can change it, you can make some alterations. Possibility that you have to make it. In the same way, planning must be realistic. I prepared some planning which cannot be implemented. What is the use of that planning? It must be realistic to be implemented. Possibility is there. In that way, you prepare, go for planning. Last one is that planning is continuous. Once I prepared some planning, you have to continue. That's over. That planning is implemented. What next? Next planning. Plan A is over. I have implemented. Next what? Go for plan B. Next, it is also implemented. Next, plan C. Like it's a continuous process, never ending. Because we want to get succeed, we wanted to follow the market, we wanted to get good result in every aspect point of view. Means it must be always continuous. These are the main nature or characteristics. From these points only we are going to take few points related to the reasons for planning. Why to go for planning? First thing is that essential for modern business. In the present scenario, modern business is there with so many changes are there, so many technological changes and the environment changes, consumer taste is changing, so that you have to follow it. For that, what is needed? Planning. If planning is there, we can change, we can alterate, we can attract the customer, we can make some technological changes. All these things are planned. That is why that depends on the essential modern business. How it is going, according to that we need it. And related to performance, performance should be good. Every year we expect good performance, every year we get good result, we want good result. How it is possible? Through planning. So if you want a good performance, planning is required. Next, focus on objects. When we wanted to focus on objects, proper planning, this is going to be helpful. You will not be deviating yourself from the objectives, right? Next, proper allocation of resources. We have resources as we have discussed, like money, material, manpower, market, and also material. What else you can say? Machine, capital, all these things properly we wanted to allocate it. When we want to allocate the resources properly, we need proper planning. Why planning? Reason for planning is this is also one of the reason. Next, facilitates control. To control the entire organization. Planning is required. Planning, how should be a planning? We'll go in depth in the coming classes. How should be a planning? That process, where to plan, how to implement it. So everything should be in detail so that we can control every corner of the organization, every situation of the organization, whatever it may be, because future is uncertain. To control that, we need planning and also helpful in decision. When we want to take any decision making, planning. In the same way, to avoid business failures, as I said just now, future is uncertain, isn't it? Future, there is a possibility of failure, there is a possibility of loss, huge loss. Then how do you escape? How do you save your organization? If proper planning is there, then there is a possibility to prevent it, right? These are the reasons for the planning. In the same way, characteristics of a good planning. When you go for planning, few characteristics you have to remember, then only it will become a good planning. Main one is that clear objective. What your organization want to achieve, your objective must be very clear. According to that, you will go for planning. Okay, clear objective and also proper understanding. When I prepare planning, it must be understandable to everyone. It shouldn't be something different and jargon words I have used it. No. So proper understanding, comprehensive. Comprehensive means whenever you plan anything, all the objects, all the corners, all the points you consider, and it should be included in that planning. You shouldn't miss anything. Say organization is having different aspects like aspect 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Everything should be considered under the planning. This is comprehensive. We say this has a comprehensive. Means we are considering everything, but we are presenting in a proper way. Nothing is missing. Next, flexible. Just now we discussed planning must be always flexible and also economical. Don't spend much within your budget, less budget. How I can present a good planning? That is what you can plan it. Simple. Did you follow? The same points as it is, you can write it in the exam. Same point, each and every point you can take 2-3 lines. Or if you get some other thoughts like example you wanted to add, suppose XYZ company, ABC company, or in the present scenario, any example, if you get any thoughts spontaneously, you can include it. But points are same. Am I clear? We'll discuss more about the same subject in the coming classes. This is useful for BCom, BBA, MBA, all the students, even CS, EMBA also. I don't know whether their syllabus is covering this or not, but planning this chapter is very important. Stay connected. Take out the screenshot. Don't forget to share this video. Good luck. Now take the screenshot.